Ever wondered if your business could, not only slash costs, but also become a real leader in sustainability, all while maybe freeing your team from those endless repetitive tasks? What if I told you that achieving, say, 123% return on investment and getting your money back in less than a year is actually possible right now just by using smart technology? Welcome to the Deep Dive. This is where we sift through stacks of information, research, all that stuff to bring you the most important nuggets of knowledge. Today, we're plunging into a topic that, well, sometimes it's seen as a bit of a luxury, maybe, but our sources. They reveal it's actually a powerful engine for profit and for competitive advantage. We're talking about how AI agents are transforming sustainability and green business practices for small and medium-sized businesses, SMBs.
That's exactly right. And our sources, we've looked at comprehensive reports, detailed case studies. They really paint a clear picture for this deep dive. The mission here is to sort of demystify these AI agents and show you, our listener, exactly how they can practically help your SMB. Look, it's not just about meeting those growing sustainability requirements anymore. It's really about boosting your bottom line. So we'll dive into some concrete examples of ROI, look at the top use cases, and importantly, give you a pragmatic roadmap for adoption. Basically, turning what might feel like a futuristic concept into something immediate, something actionable.
Okay, let's get straight to the numbers then. Because, for so many SMB owners, the very first question is always, what's in it for me financially?
Right.
And our sources highlight some figures that honestly really made me sit up. Pretty striking stuff.
Yeah, what's genuinely fascinating here is how quickly AI agents can pivot sustainability from what used to be seen as just a cost center into, well, a tangible profit driver. Our research, it reveals a really compelling and immediate business case. Get this. SMBs adopting AI agents are seeing median annual savings of around $7,500.
7,500. Okay.
And a full 25% of companies are achieving savings over $20,000 annually.
Yeah, over 20 grand.
Exactly. And for strategic pilot projects, the ROI can soar as high as 123%, with 74% of organizations getting their initial investment back within just the first year.
Quickly.
Yeah. And often this is done with a relatively low annual investment, typically around, say, $1,800.
Wow. Okay, those are serious numbers. Very tangible. But, for a lot of listeners, AI agents might still sound a bit sci-fi. Can you give us some specific, maybe down-to-earth examples of where these savings actually show up day to day in a typical business?
Absolutely. Let's bring it down. First off, think about labor savings. AI automation. It can slash administrative expenses by as much as 40%.
40%.
Yeah. We've seen examples like a regional consultancy saving 10 hours per staff member every week just by automating data entry.
10 hours a week per person. That adds up.
It really does. And think about customer service, too. AI agents. These are basically intelligent software programs, right? They can work autonomously, perform specific tasks, almost like a digital employee for your business. So these agents and chatbots, they can handle all the routine inquiries. That frees up your human staff for the more complex issues. We've even seen cases where they can automate a receptionist's labor costs by up to 90%.
90%. Incredible.
Then there's resource and operational optimization. Big area. AI-powered inventory management systems, for instance. They can cut holding costs by a significant 30%. How? By preventing both overstocking and those costly stockouts.
That balance is always tricky.
Exactly. And in logistics, predictive analytics has been shown to reduce fuel expenses by 18% just through optimized delivery routes. It's like having this super smart logistics manager, one who can instantly figure out the absolute best route for your vans, considering traffic, weather, dozens of factors all at once.
Right. Constant calculation.
And crucially, waste reduction. This is huge. Imagine a local cafe. They use an AI-driven inventory system, cut their waste by 12%. That translates into thousands of dollars in annual savings.
Just from reducing waste.
Yep. Similarly, AI-powered demand forecasting, that can reduce stockouts by 22%, making sure you have what customers want when they want it, but without all the excess.
So the message here for you, the business owner listening, is that these aren't just like nice-to-have eco-initiatives. They are direct, measurable improvements to your bottom line. They literally free up your team, boost profitability. It impacts your daily operations. Okay, so many SMBs, they constantly battle these common pain points, right? Things that often feel totally out of their control, like spiraling energy costs, endless inventory headaches, or that looming pile of compliance reports. How do AI agents specifically step in and tackle these kinds of daily struggles?
Yeah, that's a great point. How can AI really turn these seemingly uncontrollable costs into actual tangible savings? Well, AI agents tackle these issues head on. They do it by continuously monitoring operations, analyzing the data, and then recommending actions, or sometimes even automatically taking those actions.
Okay, so give us an example, like energy.
We'll start with energy waste. Yeah. For so many small businesses, energy is a top expense. Often it's down to inefficient HVAC or refrigeration units, maybe machinery running constantly when it really doesn't need to.
Hmm. Happens all the time.
Right. So AI-driven building energy management systems, BEMS, they're called. These are smart systems that monitor and control your building's energy use. They analyze real-time data from sensors to intelligently control things like lighting and HVAC, and this leads to significant energy bill reductions, often between 20% and 50%.
20 to 50%. That's massive.
It really is. We saw one specialized energy management system reported a 13% drop in kilowatt usage for its restaurant clients. It paid back the investment in under 1.5 years and yielded a 235% ROI over 5 years.
Wow.
And even simpler upgrades, like adding variable speed drives to motors that can cut energy use by half and recoup a project cost of less than $10,000 in maybe 6 months. The World Economic Forum cited that. It's basically like having this invisible, super efficient energy auditor working for you 24/7.
That's a really powerful illustration for cutting costs.
Where?
But the sources suggest AI's impact goes, well, much further than just the utility bill for SMBs, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It's definitely not just about energy. Think about material and inventory waste. Over ordering or having stockouts, running out of popular items, that hurts both retail and manufacturing badly.
Right. Lost sales or wasted materials.
Exactly. An AI system can forecast demand with much greater accuracy. That reduces excess stock, reduces food spoilage. For example, there's a retailer using an AI inventory robot. Its name is Tally, actually. It tracks shelf stock levels automatically, drastically reduces overbuying.
A robot checking shelves. Okay.
Yeah. And for food service SMBs, AI menu planning can cut food waste by 15–25%. Imagine a baker finally getting a real handle on exactly how many croissants to bake each morning.
That would be revolutionary for some places.
Totally. Then there's supply chain inefficiencies. Often there's a lack of visibility, right, into your supplier's environmental practices or just the logistics of your deliveries. That leads to higher carbon footprints, higher costs. AI can optimize delivery routes, like we mentioned, directly reduces transport costs, fuel consumption, and emissions.
Makes sense.
And finally, that ever-growing regulatory and reporting burden. Ugh. With fast-changing laws like the EU's Corporate Sustainability Reporting Directive, the CSRD, that's a new set of rules making companies report on environmental, social, governance impacts, ESG.
Right. EFG reporting. It's becoming a bigger deal.
It is. And gathering and reconciling all that ESG data by hand, it's incredibly laborious. AI agents can automatically compile sustainability metrics. They can break down a site's carbon footprint scope 1, 2, and 3 emissions.
That's the direct emissions, purchased energy, and then the value chain stuff, right?
Exactly. AI puts it all on a dashboard, significantly lowers that admin burden. It basically transforms a mountain of paperwork into a few clicks.
Okay, that's a huge relief for many, I bet. But still, for many SMBs, just the idea of adopting AI sounds daunting. They mentioned it's incredibly costly, way too complex, needs specialized skills they just don't have. Are those barriers really as high as they seem? Or is there a simpler way in?
That's a really common and very understandable concern. But, our sources strongly indicate these challenges are far from insurmountable. Actually, they can be addressed with a pragmatic, strategic approach, one that makes AI pretty accessible to almost any SMB.
Okay, how? Let's start with cost. That's always big.
Right. For cost concerns, the market has changed fast. We now have modular, pay-as-you-go, cloud-based AI solutions. Think providers like Azure AI, Google AI. This means SMEs can start small, test the waters, scale up as their needs grow. Plus, many sustainability platforms offer subscription pricing. Some even offer ROI-based contracts. And sometimes these investments are even subsidized by energy rebates.
Oh. Yeah.
And remember those quick paybacks we talked about? Often under 2 years. That makes these investments much more digestible than people might think.
Right. Less upfront risk. What about the skills gap? Not everyone has a data scientist on staff.
Exactly. And that's where the boom in user-friendly, low-code, no-code AI tools is really helping.
Low code and no code. Explain that quickly.
Sure. It means you can often set up and customize solutions using simple visual interfaces. Drag and drop. No complex programming needed. It's kind of like building with smart Lego bricks. Many AI sustainability solutions are specifically designed for non-tech users. You absolutely do not need to hire a data science team.
Okay, that's good to hear.
And SMBs can also partner with consultants or vendors who specialize in small business AI, or even leverage industry groups for guidance and networking. Lots of support out there.
And the last barrier, data infrastructure.
Yeah.
You've got old systems.
Yeah, data infrastructure limitations. Often the obstacles come from data being stuck in silos or just old analog systems. But this can be overcome surprisingly easily. By adopting IoT sensors, those small devices that collect real-world data like temperature or machine performance, or by connecting smart meters directly to AI platforms. These often have really simple installation processes. Plus, cloud services and edge devices which process data closer to the source, they can bypass the need for heavy, expensive on-site servers and stuff.
Okay, so it sounds like the core message for you, our listener, is that this isn't about needing massive custom-built systems from day one. It's really about leveraging tools that are already out there, tools that are accessible, and starting with targeted, quick wins that show value pretty fast. That's definitely reassuring. But okay, if I'm an SMB owner and I'm looking at this accessible AI toolkit, what specific capabilities are we actually talking about? What are the practical tools available right now that I could, actually put to work?
Right. The most relevant AI features for SMBs. They're the ones that analyze data and optimize operations without needing deep in-house technical expertise. We're talking about core cognitive capabilities that basically act like a hyper-efficient assistant for you. So things like predictive analytics. Think of machine learning models that forecast energy demand, maybe predict equipment failure, sometimes with up to 92% accuracy.
92%.
Yeah, or anticipating production needs. This helps reduce unplanned downtime by maybe 35%. It's kind of like having a crystal ball for your business, but one that uses data, not magic.
Okay, useful crystal ball. What else?
Optimization algorithms. We touched on this. Finding the most efficient schedules or routes, like AI route planning, cutting fuel use for delivery fleets, or maybe optimizing manufacturing process parameters, like oven temperatures, to save energy and improve product quality. Little tweaks, big impact. Then, anomaly detection. This is where AI can really shine. Spotting unusual patterns, like a sudden spike in energy use you can't explain, or a defective product on an assembly line. It monitors real-time sensor data and alerts managers before small issues snowball into big problems.
Right, catching things early.
Exactly.
Ugh.
Automated monitoring and control. IoT sensors feeding data to AI systems that can automatically control devices. Smart thermostats, lighting, variable speed drives. These can often trim 10–20% off heating and cooling bills without anyone having to lift a finger.
Automatic savings. Nice.
Yeah. Natural language and generative AI. Things like chatbots or those co-pilot assistants. They can sift through huge amounts of sustainability data to answer complex questions like, how did our carbon intensity change last quarter? Or they can even draft parts of compliance reports, maybe grant applications, saves staff hours of research and writing.
Using AI for the paperwork, too.
Definitely. And finally, computer vision. For manufacturing, say, AI cameras can inspect products for defects more reliably, more consistently than humans sometimes, significantly reduces waste from faulty items.
That's a really impressive, versatile toolkit. And the best part, you're saying, is you don't need to build these sophisticated systems from scratch.
Exactly right. These capabilities are now available in incredibly user-friendly, often plug-and-play forms. Many AI sustainability solutions boast these out-of-the-box, no-code interfaces. Often, a manager can literally drag and drop data sources, connect things up, and let the AI agent start finding insights within hours, and then it just runs autonomously in the background.
So we're talking actual products.
Yes. Powerful SaaS, platform software as a service like Microsoft Sustainability Manager or Salesforce Net Zero Cloud, those are great for ESG reporting. There are also specialized tools like Winnow, which focuses specifically on food waste. And even general AI assistants like GPT-4 can be used for drafting plans or summarizing complex regulations. Heck, even Google Maps' fuel-efficient routing option. That's an everyday AI tool already saving businesses money and emissions without them even thinking about it.
Right. It's becoming embedded. Okay, this sounds universally beneficial. But do these AI-driven sustainability opportunities, do they look different depending on the industry an SMB is in?
Oh, they absolutely do. AI-driven sustainability is definitely transforming sectors in remarkably tailored ways. Take manufacturing SMBs, they often consume a lot of energy. generate significant material scrap. For them, AI offers things like predictive maintenance for heavy equipment. We saw a case of a small garment factory cutting downtime by 50% just by using an AI system to predict when maintenance was needed before things broke.
50% less downtime.
Huge, huge. And computer vision AI, like we mentioned, it can monitor material quality, detect defects way more accurately than human inspection sometimes, reduces rework, reduces
Okay,
waste.
manufacturing makes sense. What about retail or hospitality?
Right, retail and hospitality. Think about it. Up to 50% of their energy can go just to HVAC and kitchen equipment. Smart energy managers, they can shave that down significantly. AI bots can keep stock levels precise, cutting waste from over-ordering. And AI-driven demand forecasting helps set menus, helps plan staffing levels, reduces food waste and costly overtime labor. Imagine a small boutique hotel optimizing its energy use based on real-time occupancy data.
Very targeted savings.
Exactly. And even services firms, offices, agencies, salons, they benefit too, often from lighter touch use cases. Things like smart lighting, smart thermostat systems, internal carbon calculators to track their footprint, even AI chatbots for customer scheduling, which can actually help reduce energy use by avoiding unnecessary heating or cooling for empty appointment slots.
Interesting. So beyond just efficiency and cost savings, our sources also highlight a pretty significant advantage when it comes to regulatory compliance. Can AI really make that maze of reporting and rules easier for an SMB?
It absolutely can. And the compliance advantage, it's becoming increasingly critical, with new reporting requirements like that EU CSRD we mentioned, potentially impacting many SMBs, even indirectly, by 2027. The burden of data gathering is immense.
Really is. Seems overwhelming.
Totally. But AI agents can automate that data collection. They can convert operational data into the mandated reporting formats, saves countless hours. AI can also help simulate future compliance scenarios, like it could show you how a potential carbon tax might affect your costs down the line.
So you can plan ahead.
Precisely. By deploying AI now, SMBs build this robust data foundation that makes future audits much easier, reduces the pain of compliance, helps avoid potential fines, and it builds crucial credibility with regulators, investors, even customers. It really shifts compliance from being this reactive headache to a more proactive, manageable process.
Okay, so for you, our listener, who's maybe feeling convinced, ready to take the leap, but needs a clear path, what's a practical step-by-step roadmap for implementing AI-driven sustainability in an SMB without getting totally overwhelmed?
Yeah, absolutely. A phased, methodical approach is definitely the most effective way. Minimizes risk, maximizes value. I'd suggest 3 phases. Phase 1, assess and pilot. This could be just weeks 1 to 4. Start by measuring your current performance in one specific area, just get a baseline. Then, identify one high-impact but low-complexity project, something manageable.
Like what?
Could be deploying a smart thermostat network in your office, or maybe using an AI inventory tool for just one store or one product line. The goal here is a fast ROI story, like that restaurant energy management example we talked about. You want to build confidence internally, maybe within 6 to 12 months. Think of it as a trial run to prove the concept.
Okay, start small, prove it works, then what?
Phase 2, gradual integration. This might be months 2 to 6. If your pilot project was successful, you gradually integrate that AI solution into your daily workflows. Make it part of how you operate, and maybe then explore a second related use case. This helps your team adjust, really adopt the new tech without feeling totally swamped by change.
Makes sense, slow and steady.
Right. And then phase 3, scaling with purpose. This is maybe from month 6 onwards. Once you've got a few individual successes under your belt, you can begin to systematically deploy multiple AI agents across your enterprise. You start treating AI not as a one-off project, but as a core organizational capability, something that drives ongoing sustainability and efficiency across the board.
This seems like a really manageable approach.
Yeah.
But once you've implemented these solutions, how do you actually make sure it's working? And maybe more importantly, how do you clearly show that value to your team, to customers, to stakeholders?
Great question. Tracking the right metrics and then transparently sharing your successes is absolutely key. This means you need to continuously monitor operational metrics, things like energy consumption per unit produced, or maybe waste generation percentage, equipment downtime hours.
The day-to-day stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then you track the financial metrics, direct cost savings, ROI on the project, payback period, and critically, the emissions metrics, your total CO2 equivalent footprint. You need to see that number going down. And also compliance metrics, if relevant, Are you meeting reporting deadlines more easily?
So multiple dimensions to track.
Yes. And use automated dashboards if you can. They let you see trends at a glance. Makes it much easier. Then, when a project is completed or hits a milestone, summarize it clearly. Something like, our new AI temperature control system cut heating costs by 15% in 2025, saving us $6 and avoiding Y tons of CO2 emissions.
Simple, clear data back.
Exactly. That transparent communication of data-backed results, both internally to motivate your team and externally to customers or investors, builds tremendous trust and becomes a really powerful market differentiator.
Okay, so pulling all this together, what does this ultimately mean for the competitive edge of SMBs moving forward? Is this becoming table stakes?
Well, leading with sustainability is rapidly moving beyond just being optional, It's really becoming a crucial market differentiator. Our sources show that a large majority of consumers, something like 62%, actively seek out products and brands they perceive as sustainable.
62%. That's a lot.
It is, and 55% say they're even willing to pay more for eco-friendly options. Now, AI amplifies this because it provides verifiable green results, not just claims. An AI-controlled lighting system doesn't just say it saves costs. It provides concrete proof, the meter data, showing, say, a 20% cut in energy use.
Ah, the proof point. Combats greenwashing?
Precisely. This specific data-backed evidence helps SMBs tell an authentic, compelling story, builds trust. It lets you genuinely compete on both price and purpose.
Price and purpose. I like that.
Yeah. And this doesn't just boost your brand image and customer loyalty. It also proactively future-proofs your business. Think about rising energy prices, potential carbon fees down the road. Essentially, SMBs that move first on this gain a significant reputational and cost advantage. It makes them more resilient, more attractive in the marketplace overall.
Okay, so looking ahead then, what can we expect in this evolving landscape of AI and sustainability? What's on the horizon, especially for SMBs?
Well, the field is advancing incredibly quickly. We're going to see even more sophisticated AI agents. Agents that can autonomously gather data, maybe draft complex reports, perhaps even communicate directly with suppliers on your behalf to check their sustainability credentials.
Wow, really autonomous.
Yeah, getting there. Falling sensor costs will also make a big difference. It'll enable even the smallest businesses to instrument virtually any piece of equipment. Get that real-time data flowing. We'll also see more predictive algorithms embedded directly into smart devices themselves. So the intelligence is right there at the source.
Interesting.
And major software vendors. They're actively integrating sustainability modules into their core SMB software suites, accounting packages, CRM systems, making these tools even more accessible and integrated.
So it'll just become part of the standard toolkit.
I think so. And regulatory tightening will likely continue. That will require flexible AI tools that can quickly adapt to report on new metrics. Things like biodiversity footprint might be next. So SMBs that start integrating AI into their sustainability efforts now, they'll be well ahead of the curve, ready for a future where really purpose and profit are truly inseparable.
What a fascinating deep dive. We've really unpacked how AI agents for sustainability, well, they aren't some futuristic luxury just for big corporations, are they? They're actually a practical, immediate, and, as we've seen, high ROI opportunity for your small or medium-sized business right now. From slashing energy bills to cutting waste, simplifying that complex compliance burden, and building an unshakable, trustworthy brand, the evidence seems pretty clear. AI can fundamentally transform your business for the better.
Yeah, so I guess the big question left for you, the listener, is this. How might embedding AI into your sustainability efforts today? How might that not just secure your bottom line, but actually fundamentally redefine your brand's legacy, especially for a future where purpose and profit really do need to grow hand in hand?
It's a powerful thought.
Right.
We really encourage you to just look at one small area in your business. Ask yourself, where could a quick win with AI make a measurable, tangible difference? A difference in both your daily operations and your environmental impact. The blueprint, as we've discussed, is clear. The tools are becoming more accessible all the time. And the benefits, well, they're right there, waiting for you to discover.